Oh my gosh, thank you for clicking this video. I was just about to spout tech news into the ether. This is much better. Reviews have been published for Google's Stadia game streaming service ahead of its launch tomorrow, and well, the excitement has been dampened somewhat. We already knew that it's going to be missing a bunch of its supposedly killer features like Stream Connect, State Share, and Crowd Play, and the launch lineup was looking pretty meager at a mere dozen or so games. But after Microsoft boasted last week that xCloud would have over 50 games when it launches next year, it seems like Google scrambled to pop some more in there real quick. 10 more games have been added in time for launch, including Final Fantasy 15, Football Manager 2020, NBA 2K 2020, and Wolfenstein Youngblood. But how do they play? The experience seems to wildly differ depending on whether you're playing on a TV, a PC, or a phone. The Washington Post published a video demonstrating the variable input lag they got on PC, and it was horrifying. So we'll have to see if Stadia founders can get in a few good months of acceptable gameplay before Google shuffles Stadia into the same shallow grave as Allo, Google Plus, and the others.
Google Plus?
I'm just kidding, I'm excited to play it, although we aren't supposed to get our pack for a couple weeks. Instagram has long offered a private mode to protect your photos from prying eyes, but the social media giant has recently become aware of a widely used app that can allow unauthorized users to view these private feeds. It's called Ghosty, and not only has it caught fire for enabling voyeuristic behavior, but it also asks users to invite others to download the app and also connects with the user's own Instagram account. So whoever decides to use the app is also sacrificing their own privacy. Ooh. What goes around comes around, am I right?
Isn't Instagram for showing off anyway?
It appears that the app has just been pulled off the Google Play Store, and Instagram has already sent a cease and desist warning, but seeing as the app has been around since April, hopefully there wasn't anything too damning on your IG page, because they've got it all. Food shots, basic girls wrapped in blankets looking out at sunset, everything. It's over, buddy.
All the cat photos that are revealed now.
No, my kittens! Meanwhile, here in Canada, a federal court has ordered ISPs to block an illegal streaming service. The site called Gold TV finds itself on the wrong end of the ruling after major Canadian internet providers have tried to get a similar ruling handed down for quite some time now, with the industry also asking the Canadian government to blacklist other unauthorized streaming services. The court decided that such an order wouldn't harm free speech or net neutrality interests, though critics say cases like these can be the first steps on the path to government censorship, and getting around such a block with a VPN would be a trivial matter anyway. So then the government said, oh, dang, oh, that's true. Okay, we'll leave it up then. I didn't really understand that. Now it's time for the Quick Bits, brought to you by Brilliant, the problem-solving based website and app with a hands-on approach. Brilliant has over 60 interactive courses in math, science, and computer science, and helps you achieve your goals in STEM, but also helps puzzle you, surprise you, and expand your understanding of the modern world. All of Brilliant's courses have storytelling, code writing, interactive challenges, and problems to solve, and now there's interactive content that makes solving puzzles and challenges even more fun. Our recommendation? Check out Mathematical Fundamentals. Is it possible to drag the number tile so that every row and column add up to the target sum beside it? Let me know. Head to brilliant.org/techlink to get 20% off today. Quick Bits. Can't live with them, can't live at all. Perkaman Sword and Shield have proven to be quite popular already with reasonable people, but a weird bug is affecting Roku devices of all things, and I'm not talking about Beedrill. I would have said Butterfree, but whatever. When a Switch playing one of the new games is on the same network as a Roku, the Roku can end up in a boot loop. Fortunately, Roku has already patched the problem, which is caused by Roku not realizing the Pokemon data isn't meant for it. Like it just got hit with a confuse ray or something. Although Microsoft's Surface Pro 7 has only been on the market for about a month, users are still waiting around for a fix for Intel's broken Iris Pro graphics drivers. Although the fixes have been out for a while, they aren't yet compatible with the newest Surface Pro, meaning owners have been using 3-month-old drivers for a while now on a machine that isn't exactly cheap. Man, this is just like the time I bought supermarket sushi that was already expired. It's not I don't see how it's like that. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has gotten good reviews so far, but it's selling at a far lower clip than EA's tire fire from a couple of years ago, Star Wars Battlefront 2, which became notorious for a loot box controversy that ultimately resulted in the most downvoted Reddit comment in history. It seems like the lower sales numbers were partly due to some lingering bad feelings towards EA for that particular failure, and the gaming community tends to be even less forgiving of failure than Vader was with those admirals he force choked. They weren't all admirals, let's be serious. There was a lieutenant in there.
Yeah.
You know about Star Wars?
No. Never watched it.
Moving on. Not a Star Wars fan? Maybe you're a Mass Effect one. If you are, you'll be excited to know that the next installment in the series is in the early stages of development after the series was put on hold in 2017, according to a report from Kotaku. However, given the amount of time it takes to develop a AAA title, don't expect to see it for another few years. Plenty of time for you to blow more money on upgrading your rig so it'll be ready. It's not really a joke, it's just true. And Ford has unveiled a new electric crossover SUV with Mustang branding of all things. It's called the Mustang Mach E, and it resembles the original Mustang Coupe about as much as I resemble Liza Minnelli, which has unsurprisingly ruffled the feathers of a few longtime Mustang enthusiasts. But regardless of anyone's feelings, it'll be available late next year with prices starting around $44,000 US. I really think they could have named it after an animal that resembles a bulbous crossover a little more, like the Ford Hippo. Maybe next time.
It's electric.
That's true. That's our show, guys. Come back on Wednesday. What day is it today? Monday?
Monday.
Come back on Wednesday for more tech news, where we'll have even more references to African mammals. See you later.